Welcome back to the Unpopular Playground. We are on a third June talk. I am Jenn Lin.
And I am Debbie, and glad to see you come back and join us for our fun podcast. And we're going to be discussing ironing. Oh, that's everybody's favorite, not mine.
Well, I know. I think it's a military thing. I just love the creases. And for me, it's therapy. My grandma loved ironing too. So I think I got that from her. You get on it and I just press it. And I have a wild imagination. And I just imagine all my problems being straightened out. I have a few different things. There's different ways that you can have a nice look without looking wrinkled. That's the whole object, is not to look like you're homeless and just fell out of a dryer. So traditional iron and a board, you have garment steamers. Debbie mentioned that. You have professional cleaning services, and then a combination of both. And we really talked about a lot of these already, but this is just specific to the ironing part of it and how to get the straight clothes. And Debbie talked a lot about prevention. So, but if you can't prevent it, then this is what this episode's for. And what results best: skill, learning curve, and the cost and space, time and convenience, and the risk factor. Those are some points and what you want to consider whether you're going to do traditional garment or professional or a combination. But those are the points in which you want to do that. And we'll have a chart again, another chart to put up that we'll be putting up in our community that we'll be talking about later. So not going to go into a whole lot of detail because we did discuss it in the other two previous episodes. We're approaching this from the point of view that you do not want to, your appearance means a lot with your career and with opportunities coming. And if you look like a wrinkled mess, that reflects a lot about how your work habits are going to be.
And you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Remember that.
I mean, do your clothes have to have the crease? No, not exactly, but it is impressive. It is
Yes.
impressive because that life is a competition and there's so many things now that you want to stand out. So this is another way that you can stand out. Yeah, I
That,
mean, the clothes aren't wrinkled, but if I want to stand out a little bit more, you can work on some of these things. If you're living solo, a quality garment steamer is your best single tool. It gives it a nice refresh, works in small spaces. You don't need a board, and it's very forgiving for the learning curve, and an iron for the occasional dress shirt. If you don't have that many things that you need specifically ironed, you could get the steamer and then just send those shirts that you want crisply ironed. You can send those few things to the cleaner, a combination of both, which
right.
is exactly what I do. For that. For living solo, what do you think, Debbie?
Now, if you're living by yourself, well, the way I told you guys to do laundry, you should never have to iron in the first place. And if
Think
you do, I like the steamer, the handheld steamer. I use it when I go on cruises and vacations because I can hang it up and just steam it dry. So it gets out the little bit of wrinkles from packing or whatever. But follow my laundry tips and you will not want to iron.
the second is living with roommates. A steamer is ideal. Somebody had mentioned that. I don't like community property. I don't want, if I have something, I don't want to use anybody else's stuff that's going to go on my clothes. And I don't want to use community property. I will buy my own
Right.
and use that because I don't want anybody, if you don't take care of community things,
No,
anything that's community, it's trash. I'll just buy my own and have that and use it. That's what I recommend for you too, because it's always going to be broken and nobody's going to want to replace something. And you're going to have resentment with those other roommates.
yes.
If you all pitch in for something, one person breaks it and you don't have it, everybody else is going to be pissed off at you. So
Yep.
it's just better to have your own.
I
Oh,
agree.
and then it's low risk for damaging. Uh, It says it's low damage for damaging clothes, but if you have your own, you don't need to worry about anybody else's clothes. Have your own stuff. That's what I recommend. then you don't have any beef with anybody else. You do your own thing, you do you, and they do them. And then um if someone demands crisp clean shirts, then you have your own. Like me, I want my own crisp clean things. I'm going to send it out, or I'm going to have my own ironing board. I'm not going to be forced to contribute to a steamer or community anything because I'm not going to use their stuff anyway.
Right.
So, um, so that's one way to end it. If you want your stuff a certain way, take care of it yourself, like Debbie said.
Exactly.
Living as a family, you can use the combo approach. I would say use the combo approach. A lot of people use it for anything. You have your iron, your steamer. It's practical for de-wrinkling anything. Take the things in to dry cleaning. You can't dry clean your stuff at home. So other than that, like I said, I have three reasons why you don't want to have wrinkled clothes. Whether you are obsessed with the iron thing, or you're obsessed with prevention. It undermines your credibility, fair or not. A polished appearance is the first data point people get. Wrinkled clothes can intentionally signal your disorganization, carelessness, lack of effort, whether in a job interview or class presentation or a first date. And second of all, it wastes your money. You invest in your clothes, and wrinkles make $100 shirt look like a $5 rag. Proper care maintains the fabric's integrity, and it makes your wardrobe look valuable and intentional. And one last thing, it's a confidence killer. If you look put together, you carry yourself differently. You don't want to be self consciously tugging at a wrinkled sleeve, or avoiding eye contact, or constantly smoothing your clothes out. That's distracting for everybody else in a conversation. Imagine an interview, you're like, hi,
Yeah.
but that's distracting. Nobody wants that. It's like watching a public speaker constantly but fiddling around with something. It's very distracting from the message that you're trying to give.
I
And
agree.
a happy note, that's all I have for this, Debbie. Any thoughts?
Yeah, all I want to touch on is let people know there are 4 different kinds of ironing boards. Choose the one that best suits you. You have your standing ironing board, the one like your mom used to use, the long one with the legs in the front and the legs in the back. That's good because you can utilize it right away. It doesn't require installation. They can be moved from one place to another. Both of them have flexible legs, which can be flattened when not in use. It can be stored easier. You don't need a set of defined space for ironing because you can move it to wherever you want. It's just a long board, so you can squeeze it in anywhere. The wall mounted, these are good for people that live in a small house or an apartment or these 1 bedroom apartments because in urban locations with contained space so that every inch counts, they're easily mountable. They take up less space and can be pushed back up against the wall when they're not in use. Tabletops. I use one of these myself because I only do the touch-ups. I do not iron clothes. Um, they they come in variety because I know how to do laundry. They come in different varieties. You have a smaller foldable desktop kind of tabletop ironing board, simple to utilize and convenient due to the foldable design. I mean, mine, I open it up. It's probably about that long. I close it up. It's that long. I can store it anywhere I want. Got shorter legs. Great to put. I just put it on my kitchen table and I just do my little touch ups and that's it. And um, excuse me. The only limitation is you can't use it to iron pieces of clothing. So if you're going to be wanting to be ironing a blouse or jeans or pants, that which I would never do anyways, it wouldn't work there because they're not big enough. You have to get the bigger one that I mentioned in the beginning, which
But
that
I
one
made it
you can
work, Debbie.
slide it on iron. It's really hard to make it. So what do I do? And then
That
they
was
bunching everything up, and
it's
then you
not
got
easy if you don't know
wrinkles.
what you're doing.
So you can't use it to iron pieces of clothing such as large gowns and blouses. They offer a
Very
more
hard.
stable version that works with steam irons, however. Door mounted ironing board. This is the first I've never seen this. It's installed on your door or over the door with a frame for the attachment. It's perfect if you don't have any vacant wall space or deep enough closet space to store an ironing board. When choosing a board, consider several aspects, including size, foldability, structure style, stability, and the iron rest, where you're going to place your iron after you're all done ironing. There's also steamers, a steam iron versus a regular iron, excelling at different tasks with steamers being gentler, faster for quick touch ups. That's ideal for delicates and large items such as curtains, and better for refreshing between washes. Irons provide crisp, sharp creases, flatten thick fabrics such as denim and heavy cottons, much better and offer more precision for structured garments like dress shirts and trousers. The best choice depends on your wardrobe and your needs. When I was growing up, my dad wore three-piece suits with the iron handkerchief. My chore when I was a kid, I had to iron all this stuff. Had to iron the shirts, had to iron the pocket handkerchief, and I swore when I got older I would never iron the damn thing again. And I didn't. My husband worked in his office at our business, and he had his own ironing board and his iron because I told him I am not doing that. Why would I iron your shirt when I don't wear it? When I do something, I have to benefit from it. And if you're not going to do stuff that benefits me, then here we go.
I had to iron my
I
grandpa's hankies too.
yeah, I did that. Well, that's what I'm saying. The handkerchiefs and the
Wow.
pockets and that. Now, steamers. Steamers offer versatility and safety on tricky fabrics. Irons are for sharp, pressed finishes. Ironing services. You can hire a service for your clothes. It often includes pickup and delivery. They're available through your local cleaners and specialized apps, and they cost roughly between $15 to $20 per hour or per item. So, if you're young and making good money and you don't have kids, go ahead, do an ironing service if you like your clothes ironed. I had a cousin that his whole life sent his jeans off and had the crease down the front. Me, I could care less. They weren't wrinkled. They look great. Now you got the skinny jeans, so there's no way they're going to get wrinkled because they're skinny and hug your legs. So these are all things. I mean, you got your different types of irons and your ironing boards. So whether you're in a house, an apartment, or whatever, but just check out our podcast and you'll be able to see the different kinds and see what suits your needs. And on that happy note, I don't have anything else to add
Neither do
on
I.
irons or steamers. And steamers, great. I cruise a lot and travel a lot. Put a steamer in your bag because when you pack, I roll so things really don't get wrinkled. But when they come out and I hang them up, I want that freshness look. Okay. All right. Well, we bid you adieu. And our next topic on our next podcast is going to be problems,
Laundry
i.e.,
problem.
stains.
Yeah.
And stay focused, stay
And
curious,
yes.
stay
All
healthy,
right.
and we'll see you the next time for
Bye.
stains. Bye, guys.
If you're all about staying curious, you're in the right place. Follow us here, the Unpopular Playground. Share this with your young adult and high school friends. You can reach out to us direct on Insta at Unpopular Playground 1791 with your questions. Or to say hi, stay curious and see you next episode.